good times and bum times, I've seen them all, and my dear, I'm still here. Plush velvet sometimes just pretzels and beer, but I'm here. I've stuffed the dailies in my shoes, strummed ukuleles, sung the blues.
This neighborhood is held together with broken rainbows and dog urine. Meth clutches, a cute little area gone wrong, a stinky man asks me my name, but I have no reply.
Elderly woman with egg yellow Star Trek first generation high wig, sideways horizontal hair, wayward hair. She half stands up from her seat in the donut shop, holding half of the street, but she scored from the pavement. She has 1 millimeter of eyebrow pencil and 1 millimeter of lipstick on. She says, "That old bastard wouldn't give me a senior's coffee." The dilapidated man in the table nearby smiles at her with a smile like a broken key punch machine.
A zombie apocalypse, hyperbolic fentanyl body bends, motionless dead stares, and a man covered in dirt tries to keep his pants up. Junk exposed, he asks for money, but this pandemic is a debit card transaction, a cashless exchange of no contact. Secure. Perilous, exposed shantytowns built on improvised governance, despair, and cardboard signs begging for change. Hoarders of yesteryear, crumpled Tim Hortons cups, empty beer cans, and shopping baskets filled to the brim with broken dreams.
Barber Hall Park sketch rhythms, people who are their very own rhythm section do a desultory two-step. Stolen bikes offer a charlatan salutation is given with the alfresco display. Perfume for sale, a hoodie, an unopened bottle of Pepsi. I'm the miscreant gnome on my dissolving patch of earth. My rolling case is a wieldless, yieldless thing, but it contains beer. I hear the low-minded, cycloptic young jerks as they green apple two-step toward. Get him, get him. Hey man, can I get a beer? I fell the case to the ground, raised my foot on top of it, and said, "Fuck off," with my arms folded defiantly. It just comes out of. Then I begin to walk quickly with purpose toward Church Street. This guy takes off his shoe like he was going to throw it at me. I point out that his shoe isn't exactly a javelin, and that police and security are right there. As I walk away, I realize that I left my other shopping bag back there. I'm not about to risk it. The three guys laughed as they checked out the Dollarama purchases.
There she is again. I nearly tripped over an unopened bottle of Pepsi. Just a broken dream away, 4 guys argue over beers, and I walk away with intention towards Church Street and towards the Translevel. As I see the flash of her eyes, I extend my hand. "Fuck off," she says. And I think I deserve that. I turn back, past the bottle of Pepsi, and I see the same guys, -1, rifling through a Dollarama bag. Lipstick, eyeliner, rouge, a spatula, a bra. I watch them scatter these items all over the park, laughing like hyenas. Poor savages, the little twerps. I wish I could teach them all a lesson, but I don't want to get hurt. My nails are brittle and my retorts never will.
I have only to walk up to King Street to see reminders of what it was like to be homeless for almost a month. But Church, Wellesley, and other surrounding areas scare me way more. I see a chubby woman named Julie outside her group home near King and Spencer. I saw her for years when I came into Parkdale to buy pot. She's always saying, "Hi, how are you? I'm good. Do you have any change?" Recently, I saw that she has a balsam beard beneath her chin. What, I ask myself, makes her life any different than other people out there who have no place to stay? There are many answers. One is a lack of knowledge of resources.
I love and loathe watching people interact with panhandlers. It's remarkably the same each time. When approaching a panhandler, the very moment they experience discomfort, they slam their hand in their pocket and whip out their phone, as if anyone has texted since they checked 2 minutes ago. One of two things happens next. They either keep walking or jam their hand back into their pocket, fishing around for change as if looking for the perfect coins. 2 quarters, a dime, and a nickel are dropped unceremoniously into a paper Tim Hortons cup. 65 cents. You can't buy a fucktard for that. How is it that in the moment of deciding how much to give, people don't just give all of the change in their pocket? How about open up that wallet and produce a bill? A 5 or a 10 is really not that much money for the housed and employed. So why answer a call for help, something so meager, so offensive? This is the age of the debit card. Coronavirus took care of that for us. Plastic people with plastic cards, an unrecyclable capitalistic disaster. And that's why I love and loathe watching people interact with panhandlers.
1987, the Annex. I'm 17. Hiller Latoya, the artistic director of the company, DNA Theater, that I used to affectionately call a drunken fetus spider monk, loved that Daniel McIver coined a clever phrase about the company, P&A Theater, drugs and alcohol theater. Hiller was a brilliant, dark-minded, and easily was the most miscreant of all gnomes in the entire city. This catchphrase of Daniel's delighted dear Hiller's evil soul. That summer we were doing a Polish-style theater installation called Private Performances. I was on a 2-hour lunch break that day. Hiller always scheduled rehearsals for days that would be up to 12 hours long. I had planned to go to a nearby restaurant, the New Varsity, but as I was about to enter, I noticed a fellow of about 60 who was obviously homeless. He was filthy, mire-covered and filled with a palpable self-loathing. He seemed to be trying to reach out for help, but his deep sense of shame had rendered him inarticulate. I knew that I had to offer him some pizza and Coke from the nearby pizza outlet. We sat in the U of T parquet, and he continued to ask me why I had been so good. I told him that I had had people who were good to me and that I really was just returning the favor, and he cried. I hugged him around the shoulder and told him that there was no need in the world to feel embarrassed or beholden, and that this is how it should be between human beings on the planet. I said if he were ever in my presence again, that he would dispense with so much acknowledgement, that it was my pleasure to share with him, as I had been shared with by countless people over time. In those days, I had a term deposit in the bank with about $5,000, the result of 2 years of saving, because I had no vices then. It became a different thing when I went junkie 5 years later at 22. Hard-edged hussy, I never would give anyone so much as a pinch of my own shit. But back then I was moved by an innocence and compunction that is slowly returning to me as I remember that I was homeless for a short while.
Good times and bum times, I've seen them all, and my dear, I'm still here. Plush velvet sometimes just pretzels and beer, but I'm here. I've stuffed the dailies